You're tuned in to the Matt Dolphin Show. Only on Kitchen Sink Media. Now here's your host, Matt Dolphin.
Y'all boys, you're really gonna have to go into people's computers. I mean, it's not professional like, and it's just, what one man. I mean, he probably shouldn't be doing that at work, but what one man's looking at. Oh shoot! Is that red light on? Oh. Hello there, folks. Hi. We are. It's the Matt Dolphin Show. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, it's a bit of a hot mic here. Wish you boys would have told me that we were rolling, but hopefully they'll edit that out as we go in. Well, we were just discussing, the boys were snooping on Gene's computer here, and apparently he's been watching a little bit of pornography at work. Definitely not something that should be going on here at the studio, looking up that kind of stuff. It's not that kind of show. So I don't know what in the heck Gene was doing. Hopefully he wasn't diddling his bits in his office, because that's just not right. We don't need that going on here. I'll get through it, boys. Thank you. But I wish they would have, hopefully we edit that out. But okay. So we're going to start out tonight. We got a good show for you. Matt is still missing. We have been continually searching. We're over about 1,500 messages sent to his phone. It's kind of just a lost cause at this point, texting him. I mean, 1,500 messages. We probably should have stopped at like maybe 100. But we're gonna keep searching for him. The boys down at the local police station are getting on it. They have one of the detectives working in the case, so hopefully he isn't a regular detective and hitting that booze pretty hard as most do in the TV shows. I don't know if that. We're dropping chords here. Sorry about that, folks. I hope this detective can get some real work going on here, because we thought we had a lead with that voicemail, but they say it was just some kids playing a prank, but I don't know. I do not know. All right, so jumping in today, a big story that came up on. Let me get the boys to send me this link here. There we go. A big story that kind of came up in the news was, so this Russian guy, Alexei Navalny. I don't know how to say that name, but he was an opposing party or opposition leader in Russia, and he's been trying to get Mr. Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, out of office and stuff like that, and trying to shine light on his stuff. But he was part of a failed assassin attempt. People in the government in Russia tried to kill him with some poison. So he left for a while and was getting better, but he is apparently returning to Russia and immediately getting detained for 30 days following his arrest in Russia, I guess, when he got into the borders. I don't know, foreign stuff here, but we're just talking about this because it seemed pretty interesting. But yeah, them Russians, they're a squirrely folk over there. I mean, this Putin guy's been in office for a very long time. I mean, he is... he looks a bit of a gangster to me, but yeah, it's definitely something interesting over there. I mean, this guy is pretty cuckoo and little but I definitely don't want the Russian government coming after me. Terry Bridgewater over here, but it's just an interesting thing going on over there. I with that whole situation, I do not want to further investigate into that, but it just seemed interesting that he comes back from getting help after being poisoned, and then they just immediately throw him in jail when he gets back into Russia. It's insane, boys. I mean, what do you think? Yeah, okay, yeah, all right. Well, that nothing much on that story other than that, just being crazy, and hopefully Matt Dolphin isn't taken in by Russians. I mean, it could be a possibility. He apparently had a pretty big gambling debt. So hopefully that wasn't something, he was hauled in by the Russian mob. That would not be good, because those guys are feisty and squirrely. But I mean, if y'all seen John Wick before, we just need ourselves a John Wick to beat the crap out of these guys. I mean, he can just come in here and bing, bang, boom, we get Matt Dolphin back, if that is the case. So speaking of Russia, the FBI is investigating. So with the whole riot last week in the Capitol, apparently this lady might have stolen. Well, she stole a laptop from Nancy Pelosi's office, and the FBI is seeing if she sold that laptop to the Russians, which could be a possibility, which would be pretty crazy. I mean, that's something out of like a James Bond movie or like mentioned earlier, John Wick. I mean, that seems like something out of one of them movies where there's a whole bunch of espionage and stealing from governments and stuff like that. So that's it's a bit of a hectic day, and I'm sure Nancy Pelosi wasn't really focused on where her laptop was at the moment. So hopefully that didn't happen, and we're not going to have Putin marching his shirtless butt over here to the United States with some sort of information. But them Russians, they are like I said, feisty over there. So but yeah, so speaking also in politics, apparently there was a big thing online going around about people want Trump. So Mr. Trump, Mr. Donald Trump has a cameo in Home Alone 2: Lost in New York. Now everybody knows the cameo. He's in Plaza Hotel, wherever the heck it is in New York, and he's talking to Macaulay Culkin. It's a really small part. Everybody wants him taken out of the movie because he's had a pretty crazy, tumultuous presidency. Now I don't know how I feel about that. It's just kind of like he's in the movie for a second. Just leave him in there. People just make fun of it and whatever. But apparently this lady, Kirsty Swanson, who is apparently a big Trump supporter, said a whole bunch of things that they shouldn't take him out of the movies, and if they do take him out, that they should take her out of. I guess she was in a couple of John Hughes movies, Pretty in Pink and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Now I looked up this woman, and I could not tell you where she is in the movie. So I mean, it's apparently not a big role. So if they removed it, I don't think anybody would really care if they took her out of the movie. She doesn't seem to be playing any sort of big role in these movies. But maybe I'm wrong. I just, I don't remember her in them movies. And a lot of people were coming up saying, celebrities were saying, "Oh, were you in this movie?" Blah 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 blah. I don't know. I mean, I don't think they should take him out of the movie. It's just a movie. It's just it's a 2-second part that he's in. It's interesting, but. Just shows what people are fighting about these days on social media and stuff like that. That's why I like to stay off social media. You can't find me on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok. My wife Ruth does not like social media, so I kind of abide by those rules and we just kind of stay off there. But okay, we're gonna keep moving on here. Oh, here we go. The boys are sending me this. It's loading up. They're sending me this article. So a woman was ruled dead in 2017, and she's now fighting to be declared alive. So this is an insane story. I mean, again, something out of a movie. I mean, this seems like something that'd be in like, some sort of thriller or something like that. But a French woman, Jeannie Pouchain, she said. She's been officially pronounced dead, like legally dead, but she has been trying, but she's very much alive. She says she lives in constant fear and not daring to leave her house. Authorities have seized her car over an unpaid debt, and, she's afraid that they're going to start taking other stuff in her house. It says here, she was deceased, or her status as deceased was the result of a 2017 court decision that deemed her dead, even though no death certificate was produced. The decision came at the end of a legal dispute with an employee of Pouchain's former cleaning company, who was, I don't even know what that means, but it was just an interesting title when I saw it. I was like, this woman is alive, but they're saying she's dead? That's, something straight out of a a thriller movie, something you'd see in the movie theaters. It's just a movie theater kind of theme night. I mean, you got the whole Russian espionage thing, and the guy getting poisoned, and now this lady who is apparently alive saying she's dead. I mean, it's it's bananas. Some of these stories that are coming out. And I mean, it's only the third week of 2021, second week. I don't know. I'm not keeping track right now, but it's a couple crazy stories coming out here. But all right, moving on. Famed music producer and murderer Phil Spector is dead at the age of 81. Now I didn't really, I never really paid much attention to anything going on in that kind of realm with serial killers and murders. I'm not a huge, my wife Ruth doesn't like those, they have those Netflix serial killer documentaries and stuff like that. And let me tell you, she is not a fan. I snuck watching that Ted Bundy one. Ooh, she was not happy when she came home. Let's just say I slept on the couch for that week. But I watched the rest of the Ted Bundy episodes while I was on the couch, I'll tell you that. But yeah, so I've been, trying to stay away from this. So if she hears this, she'll probably be a little upset with me that I'm talking about. I guess he's not a serial killer. He's just a murderer. But he was a music producer, and then was caught up on charges of murder of a actress in 2003. And he was sentenced to 19 years. Spector, who's got some wild hair. I mean, he had the definition of kooky guy's haircut. I believe Al Pacino played him in a movie about Phil Spector, and he also had some wild hair. I mean, even wilder than the actual Phil Spector. So it's but moving on from that, a little bit of happy news as far as people moving from death, we're moving to living. So Betty White, she just had her 99th birthday. Yeah, so Betty White is still kicking. I mean, she, as people call her, America's sweetheart. So Betty White turned 99, just 1 year away from triple digits. I mean, that's pretty impressive there, Betty. She will be 1 year away from being a golden girl. I know, boo. That's, corny joke, but I had to throw it in there. The boys wrote that one for me. So thank you, Diego. Thank you, Ron. But she had one thing to say. She said, since I'm turning 99, I can stay up as late as I want without asking permission. Well, that's just a fine and dandy little, comment there by Betty White. So hopefully she has a good year. I'm sure most of the year has been spent in isolation, because if she got COVID, I mean, that would probably be not so good story. But yeah, so first off, right here, before we get to our final segments of the show, we're gonna turn over to listener voicemails. Let's get the boys sit in the studio. Okay, you boys ready? All right, fire the first one off. Yeah, I just wanted to say I've been watching a lot of the NFL football games, and I was wondering what your opinion is on this, Matt. Where you stand and who you hope to see in the Super Bowl. But all right, good talking to you. All right, well, thank you for calling in about that. Matt is not in the studio. I've been here for, this is the 8th episode I've been here for, so I don't know why people are calling in about, Matt being in here. If they're regular listeners of the show, they know that, they should be talking to me, Terry Bridgewater. So, I don't know why they're addressing Matt in these situations, but I'll just fill in for this again. I am not, I do like football, but my wife Ruth, again, does not approve of football. She doesn't like all the violence and stuff like that. She's more of a tennis type of gal, or golf, something a little more laid back, not as violent and brutal. I have been sneaking a couple of playoff games when I can get it on my phone. So, I'm sorry, I'm just belching again. There's just the belch mic tonight. But yeah, so as far as NFL teams, I don't know. I'm not going to put any stakes on anything. I hope, whoever gets there. Although I know Mr. Tom Brady is headed into another playoff game before the Super Bowl. I believe it's the Buccaneers and the Packers and the Chiefs and the Bills are playing this Saturday. So that'll be an interesting series. Lord help me, I hope the Buccaneers lose. I'm sorry. I just do not like Tom Brady, and I do not want to see that man in another Super Bowl. We could have seen, hopefully see the Buffalo Bills in there, because they haven't been in a Super Bowl, I don't think, in a very long time, if ever. So that'll be interesting to see them. Actually, they have been in a Super Bowl before, I believe, but they never won in a long time. But so hopefully we can see a Bills in the Super Bowl. That would be fun, just to know, a team that didn't get a chance. Everybody likes an underdog story. All right, I'm just rambling now. Boys, let's hit the next voice message.
Yes, hello. Calling in for the Matt Dolphin show. I've been listening for the past week or so, and I don't know how I feel about this Terry Bridgewater as a host. But we'll see how it goes as I continue to listen on. But hopefully, Matt Dolphin is able to be retrieved and be able to come back as a host, because I do not know how I feel about Terry Bridgewater.
Well, that guy has been listening because he addressed me by name, but I don't like the way my name was in his mouth. Sir, you can kindly stop listening if you don't like these golden pipes coming through your headphones or car speakers. But yeah, so I'm gonna be here until Matt has been found, which hopefully will be soon. But I'm here to stay for a while until they find Matt. So we're gonna just kindly skip that voice message and head on to the last one, boys.
Yeah, I just wanted to call in and wish Matt Dolphin a happy new year, and hopefully it's a better 2021. Thanks.
Okay. Again, I am I'm hosting the show. I don't know why these people aren't listening and calling in asking about Matt. Number two, you're wishing me a happy new year. We're recording this on January 18th. Sir, it is halfway through the month of January, and you're now calling in to say happy new year. Maybe get a little chop on that and call us in a little sooner. I know we missed a week there, but this voice message is from this past Saturday. So, chop here, buddy. Start listening to the show, listening to me, Terry Bridgewater, and, get with the times, buddy. I'm here. Listen up. Okay, so we're going to go on to the last story here. Let's pull it up. So, we got an advertisement playing. Oh, jeez. Here we go again. I'm going to start rambling about these I'm not going to let it get to me tonight. Okay, so Elvis Presley's Graceland, which is his home in, I believe, Tennessee? Yeah, Memphis. Is starting to do live virtual tours. Now, who the heck wants to purchase a ticket for you have to buy this too. You have to pay $100 for a ticket for a virtual tour of Elvis Presley's his house, which also includes a $100 ticket. Also includes a tour of his house, his private jet, and a walk through the entertainment complex, which houses exhibits and artifacts related to Elvis Presley. Now, who the heck wants to pay $100 to watch a computer screen and someone just kind of tell? I don't even know if I pay $100 to see it in person. So that's just, a bit crazy to me. That's like people charging for these online concerts. I can just watch concerts online. I'm not going to pay to watch the concert live online. But it's insane. The tours are scheduled for January 27th, February 25th, and March 25th. So if you're that big of an Elvis fan, purchase a $100 ticket to watch your computer screen of some, bozo with a DSLR camera walking around and filming the inside. But it just seems it's a 2-hour guided tour. I mean, yeah, I guess 2 hours is a long time, but it just seems a bit much for a virtual tour. Maybe if they brought it down to like $25 or something, that would probably be a little more affordable. But $100 in times like these, come on, people. I mean, that's just a bit crazy. But all right, well, we're gonna end there. That's gonna be this episode of the Matt Dolphin Show. I will keep you posted about the whereabouts of Mr. Matt Dolphin, like I've been doing every single time we come on the air. But we just don't know exactly where he is. Hopefully, he is okay and not involved in any sort of Russian mafia thing like we are kind of suspecting. So all right. Well, thanks for tuning in, and I hope y'all have a good day. God bless.